mortals. Welcome back to FanCastic. It is season 2, episode 1. I have been hard at work all summer, both reading and planning. There are some changes in this new season, as you can see from the trailer that was released last week. I hope you all listened and watched it. I worked really hard on it, so I hope you watched it. I have brought on our good friend Emily, who fan-casted ACOTAR with me and was there for the birth name of FanCastic. I needed her help. This podcast was just kind of a fun trial thing for me. Has not even been a year, and I have to remember to be proud of the work that I've done and grateful that anyone is listening to this at all, and super grateful to the Book Connection podcast community that has embraced me. And I'm going to be doing a lot of crossover episodes with some amazing people this season. We're going to have Scott and Genevieve on from Booked for Two, and I'm really excited because we are Sleep Token stans all together. I've got some really cool influencers that people know from TikTok, and they're going to be joining me this season. We're doing a couple things different, like I said. So I brought Emily on to help get my head organized because it was so much going on and kind of moved faster than I anticipated. She is a marketing manager extraordinaire, and so she put together this amazing spreadsheet. It was a full TBR list of anything I wanted to read, anything that she was interested in reading, and we started looking at it and who would be a good guest for what and how can we group these together to make more sense. Before, I was doing 4 fan casts a month, 4 different books a month. There's no way I could keep up with that reading schedule. I do have a full-time job. I work in television music licensing at Sony Pictures for Sony Pictures Television. I really, really like my job. I'm getting busier, but I do need a creative outlet, so that's what this is for. And 4 books a month is just not a reality. So Emily and I sat down together and tried to figure out, hey, what's going to work here? And we came up with 2 fan casts a month under a certain theme. So that'll help streamline, hey, what do I need to be reading? Adding an episode with her a month. That's going to be our book gossip chat episode. What's going on in the book community? Let's talk about these book cons. Let's talk about new authors. What are we excited about? What adaptations are on the rise? Really fun, off the cuff monthly meeting, which we are calling Period, for obvious reasons. I feel like we can all figure out why. We think it's tongue-in-cheek. I like it. We came up with it at a Panera Bread. So we got a FanCastic and a Period. So we like a catchy name. That'll be really fun, and that'll be at the end of every month. Try to line it up with the full moon, I guess. Just kidding. Then we've added Authors Aside, which I had last season with Brittany Gosson. Everybody really liked it. So it's something I do want to talk to more authors. I want to talk to more indie authors, more traditional publishing authors, and that will kind of be every once in a while. We have our first one next week, so I'm very excited about that. That's already announced. That will be with Lauren Kate Leake. Then we have a new one called Post Credits. So that's going to be your bonus content, which will be available on a Patreon, which I hope to start at the later half of this season. Once a Patreon becomes available, the post-credits episodes will become bonus content. But for now, they're going to be every once in a while, top 10 lists, nostalgic throwbacks, full chats about page-to-picture type of things. Kind of depends on like what we're feeling. And that's the beauty about these fun episodes is you can plug in something new. It's different. It's a different taste in your mouth. It's not just FanCast, and you're seeing the same actors over and over and over again. I wanted to vary it. I wanted to build this out a little bit more. So I really hope you guys enjoy the 2 FanCasts a month, the Authors Asides when I have them, the post credits, and our monthly Period with Emily. The other change is that we themed each month. Each month has a theme. We are starting off with this episode, our first fan cast. We are doing the Zodiac Academy. Next week, I'm talking to Lauren Kate. So we're doing the Dread Descendant. Then I have Adara on, and we are talking Enigma by Runix. Are you sensing the theme? It's back to school, dark academia. It's September. Everyone's going back to school. Let's do that. There is so many books that take place in like an academic setting that it was hard to choose, but I really wanted to read Zodiac Academy. So I started off my summer reading Zodiac Academy, and that is what we will be fan casting today. I will be joined by my good friend, Gina Lock. I've known Gina now for 4 years. We met by chance. It was just fated mates, meant to be friends. And we'll tell you more about that when we get into the episode. But let me give you a little lowdown on who Gina is. Gina Lock is a creative project manager with 10 years of experience in entertainment studios, where she previously worked at Lionsgate and Universal Studios. Recently transitioning out of the industry, she is now the creative project manager in Minnesota, where I'm from. She moved to my hometown. At Prime Therapeutics, managing the time and creative teams in digital and print marketing. On the side, she still works as a freelancer for film posters and logo strategy for small businesses. Outside of work, Gina is passionate about romantasy reading, video games, and all things arts and crafts. And she is looking forward to sharing her fan casting and discussion of Book 1, Zodiac Academy, The Awakening in today's podcast. We are so excited to have Gina. I'm just going to gush about her for a second. We were instant friends, and we'll tell you that story, but she's also insanely talented. This girl made and ran this entire campaign of putting together these John Wick posters by different artists and different versions of them, and they're available on her website at ginalock.com. She is so talented, and she is a freelancer. So if you are out there looking for any sort of movie posters or marketing or logos, she knows her shit. She's so talented. She also worked very closely on the new Strangers chapters. She came up with that photo shoot. She even wore one of the masks. I think she wore like doll face and like one of the promos when she was working there. She had a poster that she helped create that was hanging in the Century City AMC. If you are from LA, you know how big of an honor that is to see your work up there. So Gina has worked her ass off. She did her time in the entertainment industry. She is a lovely, wonderful person. And her next chapter is she moved to Minnesota with her fiance, Kendra. So without further ado, let's just bring in Gina. Hi, Gina.
Hello.
Hello. I told you that's how I would start it, so I did. Thank you for joining me on my season premiere episode of FanCastic. I had to have you because the first book I read this summer was one that you have been telling me to read that I kept putting off, and I finally picked it up and read Zodiac Academy, book 1. And guess what? I've only read book 1.
Guess what? I have read all of them.
And this is why this is going to be so much fun, because you know these characters' arcs, and I have no idea at all. So I'm going to be like, I think it should be this person, and you're going to go
wild ride.
Okay, I think I texted you after I finished the first one and was like, I love Darius. Like, he's I can tell already, like, he's gonna be the one. And you went, uh-oh, hang on. And I was like, what do you mean? What are you talking about, Gina? What do you mean, hang on? He's the dark-haired brooding one. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
Something better not happen to him. It can happen. So nothing happened in this first one. I mean, to any of the boys.
Just other than all of the bullying, and not actually bullying, but just plain torturous, psychotic episodes.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. Gina, you're new to FanCastic. So I like to just explain how we know each other, and how we met. We met in 2021.
21. Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2021, when I was
walking the dogs.
We met as like dog friends, and then our dogs really weren't friends anymore because mine was an asshole and hoarded toys. And guess what? She's still like that. Yeah, we met in Burbank, and I was out walking my mini Aussie, and you were out walking Ellie, and Susie was curious, and they met, and you and I just like started talking. And you're like, "Hi."
You're
And I was
like,
like,
"You look
"Hi."
witchy."
Yeah, I know. I was like, "I like your style." I think that's what I said. I think I was like, "I like your outfit," or something, and you were like, "Oh, thanks." And then you were like, where do you live?" And then we turned out we lived directly next to each other.
You lived in my
We
backyard.
Yep, I lived in your backyard. We had no idea for a while, and yeah, like that place was really nice. I liked it. Uh, and I know that you liked your space there, but not the roommates. And I liked that I had no roommates. And didn't
So I would just
like
come over all the time.
you would just come over all the time. Yes, but my front neighbors were a little strange, little cuckoo bananas, and I was really weirded out by them. And then the guy upstairs, like the first dude was fine, and then that other guy moved in, and we were like, we feel like he's a murderer, right? Like we think he's a murderer. He was really weird. His car plates like didn't match and stuff. It was very strange.
Very
So that
sketch.
very sketch, but like the space was so nice. There was like a little front yard for the dogs to like run around and play, but we couldn't be out there because there was black widow spiders all over the place. So, Burbank, directly into
Woo.
the sun. And now we're stayed friends.
And
We've
very
been
different
friends.
places.
Yes, super different places. And you're in Minnesota, where I
Your
am
hometown.
from. You ended up in my hometown. And now I'm living in West LA. And we're still chatting because books keep us together and friendships keep us together.
Makes the world go round.
Makes the world go round. We also found out, like, when we had first met, that we were both in the entertainment field. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you were working for Universal at the time, and I was with
Yeah.
XRM Studios in production with LAFC, and you guys liked soccer. You and your fiance, Kendra. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've said that to you.
It's
I
so
don't think I've
weird.
been like your fiance. Have I? Maybe at your
I
going away
mean,
party at All
maybe.
Seasons?
Yeah.
I was
It's
crying that whole time
so
though. I
weird.
was
It
not
took me a
well.
long time to like adjust to like, oh no, you're not my girlfriend. You're my
Yeah.
fiance.
Yeah. And then you yeah. Oh my God, yeah, because she proposed first when you guys visited Minnesota. No, you proposed first when you guys
When we
visited
visited.
Minnesota. And then she
Yeah.
proposed when you guys got back at the park, right?
At the oh gosh, what is it called?
It was like a cute picnic.
The like it's in Pasadena, the like garden thing.
Oh, Huntington Gardens, the Rose
Yes.
Garden.
Yes. I
Yes.
couldn't
Oh my
remember.
gosh, that's right. Yeah, it's so pretty. And they have
Beautiful.
like
But
a
we were in like the park area that's like in the back. And we
so
got in
cute.
trouble because we weren't supposed to bring in paint. And I brought in watercolor.
Okay, well, it was for a proposal, so they can get over it.
They can get over it.
They can get over it, which I'm sure they did. And that's how we know each other. And now we just talk about books. And you said you should read this, you should read this, you should read this. And I said to you,
For a lot of books.
for a lot of books, ma'am, Gina, hold on a second, you guys. This is crucial. I would not have this podcast. I would not even be reading this books if it wasn't for this bitch right here. You were the one that was like, read Court of Thorns and Roses. I think I borrowed your copy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were like, read this book. And I was like, what do you mean? And you're like, it's like fairies fucking, but like, I promise it's good. And I was
But
like,
it's
what?
like a cool plot. But it's like
Because we
kind of
both
like
were
Beauty
like,
and the Beast of the first, so you just have to get over that.
yeah. And I was like, what do you mean? And you're like, you like Twilight, right? Like, we love Twilight. And I was like, yeah. And you're like, I think you would like this book. I'm like, all right. Like, I kind of read just like, I was like reading like memoirs and Titanic books. Like, what a boring life. And you were like, just read this. I think you would like it. And I started, first of all, everybody knows that book is really hard to get through when you first start because you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
And you get
And then
to
once
Mist and Fury, and it makes it all
then
better.
you get to Mist and Fury and you're like, "Oh, hold on to your butts. Like I'm ready to go." So thank you. You've made me who I am today. You created this monster, Tina.
And I'm very grateful.
I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. Yeah, I would not be doing this if it wasn't for you. That's so crazy. That like just clicked in my head. I think I've said that before on the podcast. Like, oh yeah, no, my
Well,
friend
that's
borrowed me this
one of the
book.
main, like, bonding moments that we've created was books, and it was just
Yeah,
kind of like a trading back and forth,
yeah.
and
Hmm.
and then I would read the first book, and then I would finish it before you got even halfway through, and I'd be like, "I'm
Hmm.
so sorry."
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. You would be like, "Are you done yet?" And I'm like, "Bitch, I'm on chapter 3." Like, what do you mean? And you're like, "Oh, okay, cool. Let me know when you're done." It was like 3 months later, and you're like, "Are you done yet?" No. I'm busy, but now I'm trying. I am trying to keep up with like your pace, which I probably still am not able to do that.
See,
But
I was talking about this with Kendra the other day, and it was just like, I feel like my reading speed is the same as it's like a normal reading speed. I just stay up until 3 a.m. continuing to read, and I don't put it down because I don't have boundaries with my life.
yeah. Hmm. I'm
Mm-hmm.
to the point where like it's like it hits 1 and when the letters just kind of start to on the page, they're just sort of moving as you're reading the book and you're like, I gotta go to bed. Like that's been happening to me
Mm-hmm.
lately. So I was like, am I old? Do I have to go to sleep? Like, time for bed. It's 9 o'clock, turned into a
Definitely
pumpkin.
have had those moments where I have fallen asleep with my Kindle in front of me, and then I'll wake up and be like, "Oh, where was I?" and keep reading.
Yeah. What was happening? Oh wait, that's right. We're under the mountain. No, I've like had to step up my pace now that my commute is shorter and I'm getting literal hours of my life back. I will be able to do that, which is good. And hopefully I can pick up book 2 of Zodiac Academy because nobody told me. Okay, you told me. That's a lie. You directly told me. This is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The dual point of views, loved. 2 authors, female authors. It's Zodiac. It's a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. Duh.
Mhm.
But I think I was so nervous to read it. And I think I talked to you about this too, that because it's like categorized as a bully romance, and which is fine. But Goodreads, everybody was like, bully romance. This is assault. And it's like, it is for sure. But I was like very worried that it was to the level of whatever the hell Haunting Adeline is. Have you read that yet?
No.
I won't.
That's I think where my, like, line is the, like,
Same.
dark bully, the, like, dark
Yeah. I can't do that.
we know
That's
what we wanna say, but we just don't wanna say it.
correct. Yeah. I won't do that. That book is my limit. And I think Lights Out, Caught Up, Nevessa Allen, I think that's my limit too. I'm not interested in like the stalker thing. For me, I don't want to romanticize that. So in my brain, I was thinking that this is Zodiac Academy was like that based on the Goodreads reviews. Like a lot of people were like, this is horrible. Like, and then a ton of people were like, the writing is very juvenile, blah, blah, blah. I didn't think so at all. I think there
I
was like,
think, like, people couldn't get under, like, Geraldine's character and, like, the way her character was, like, written maybe and childish, but, like, also, especially since I've seen her whole arc, like, that's just who she is. That's her.
I thought she was funny. I liked when she was like,
Mhm.
the association, and it's like, ass. Like,
Ass.
I truly set my book down and threw my head back laughing. I thought it was so, and
Oh,
not in
just
like
wait.
not in a
There's
mocking
so
way, in
many
like this is so
alliteration,
funny.
like, names that get created throughout the series that you're just
Yeah.
like, "This is perfect."
No, I had so much fun. And like we just talked about, my reading pacing is not very fast. And this is, a 500-page book. I was done in a week. I was done with this book in a week. And
Yeah.
because I couldn't put it down.
Like, it
And
feels YA level reading,
it
which is a
does.
good thing. It doesn't need to be,
Yes.
500 words and words that you just don't understand sometimes and just skip over. Like,
Yeah.
it's allowed to feel young.
Yes. And the world was being built, but I feel like it wasn't like, and this generation and this person and the wars before. Like, it wasn't that. It was like, this is a
We
school.
didn't need that.
We didn't need that. This is a school. There is magic. It's another realm. People are fae. Let's go, bitch. And I was like,
Have
let's
fun.
go. Have fun. Yeah. And it just, I didn't need that explanation. And I really appreciated that they didn't think that I needed that explanation either. And especially for being a
Mhm.
YA, like sometimes they kind of talk to you like you're dumb, and they didn't. And I really liked it. But the subject matter is also not YA. Like, not.
Not young at all.
I know, I was thinking in, like, young adult, and I was like, "Oh, wait, like, young adults fuck." So, like, I guess, like, I was a young adult in, like, my 20s, so this is what this is supposed to be, but in my brain, I was like, "This is a teenager book," and it's like, "Nope, that's
Nope,
teens."
nope,
Like,
they're in
don't
their
do that.
20s.
They're in their 20s, and so I was like, "This
Well,
makes sense."
19 to
19
20
to
what,
20.
like, 1? Yeah,
Yeah, they're, like, in
college.
college, in Zodiac College, Magic College.
Legal to drink and have a good time and party.
Exactly. Like I said, I loved it. And I've only read the first book. I really want to read the second book. I'm probably going to deviate from my schedule of reading. I have a little bit of a lull coming up, and I'm going to read the second one because I need to know what the fuck happens. I don't even know what their forms are. I have no
Nope,
idea. I don't have a clue.
nope.
I have just
It's
scratched the
so
surface.
crazy that this first book is only, like, 2 months of time.
I also
Like,
thought that was
not
insane.
enough time goes by, but so
No.
much happens.
So
You
much
get
I mean their
introduced
entire
to all these
world.
characters and the heirs and, like, why are they acting like this? There are so many unanswered questions still.
Yeah. Yeah. And you find out, and this can be spoilery just for this first book. Anyone listening, you have been warned. Spoilers from here on out. Finding out that there's like a relationship between Orion and Darius, that there's a connection
Mm,
there that I was like, I
his
I think I
protection
know what
mark.
this. Yeah, I was like, there's like a guardianship going on. What's going on?
Mhm.
Like, why? Where are your parents? Where were your parents? Who is who? Like, I have so many questions right now because I've just scratched the surface with it, which is really funny and will be very funny and apparent in our fan casting because you're gonna be like, no, girl, not this person. When did you first read this book? When did you first read Zodiac Academy?
Oh gosh, let me look at my Goodreads. I
And have
feel
you
like it was end of last year.
mhm. And it's Zodiac Academy. And then there's Dark Fae. Is that the same world?
Same world, but in the past, I believe, is Dark
So that's
Fae.
like
I
the
believe
pre.
that's following a character you have not met yet.
Okay, perfect. Love that for me. And then there's the from the boy's point of view,
Which I also
there's
haven't read. I haven't read the boy
okay.
point of view yet, the heirs.
Yeah. And by nobody, I mean you didn't tell me that this was going to be a 15 book adventure. And I was like, ruh
Whoops.
what have I done? But I mean, this is up there. People are going to hate me for saying this right now. This is up there with Akatar and Fourth Wing and that kind of series where I'm immediately in and I'm in the world and I need to see these characters through to the end, no matter how much they piss me off. Like, this
Mm,
is one of
the
those. And
obsession.
yeah, and I've been reading a ton of books lately, and there hasn't been one like that I've been like, oh boy, I need it. I was very obsessed with it. I Do you know how long ago I fan cast this book? I finished this book in
Mm,
the beginning of June, and I fan cast it like in the beginning of June. I was like, nope, I know
yeah.
exactly who these people are. Like, and I looked up like the character art and stuff, and like it's just, yeah, it took over my brain, and a book has not done that in a long time. Okay, so anyways,
Yeah.
you have read this when?
So I believe it was end of last year.
Okay,
Goodreads wasn't loading, so I gave up.
okay, fuck Goodreads, who cares? Okay,
Exactly.
and and you read just the Zodiac series and no spin-offs or
Yeah, so
anything yet.
I believe it's the 9 books. I finished the last book, like, last month, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you
and
did.
mhm.
Yeah, you
I
did,
finished
'cause
last
you
book last month, and then I read, the last book of the Fearless trilogy,
oh,
and now
is
I'm
that
reading s
Fearless, Powerless, and something else? Is that the one that
Powerful,
everyone
maybe?
is that everyone the one that everyone is saying is, like, the Red Queen?
I haven't read The Red Queen, so I do
That's
not know.
I, um I read the Red Queen, like, years ago and then was like, "This was fine," and feel like I should reread it because I was obviously not in the headspace of, like, fantasy world at that time.
It
Oh,
was
wait a
Powerless, Reckless, and then Fearless.
okay,
That's what it
yeah,
was.
yeah, I have not read those. Is that the character's Kai
Mhm.
Azure or something? Yeah, everyone's talking
Yeah.
about, like, that is a very good series, but I have read just some controversy that, like, she kinda copied the Red Queen a little bit, but also, like, the Red
Hmm.
Queen copied Red Rising. So, it's kinda like
All of these books copy everybody else. I feel like
it's all
everybody
kind of
has
the
similar
same.
tropes, and that's why we
Yes.
read it and love it
Yeah.
because we
Mm,
like reading similar things.
yes. Yeah, we had really enjoyed
We
that's
like
why do you think
consistency.
yes, why do you think everybody is, like, on their TikToks being like, "I just finished reading Fourth Wing and I'm crying over Xaden stuff," like, can you recommend something? And everybody's like, "Literally anything else." It's all the same.
Mhm.
Like, it'll help you and you'll love that character next, so it'll be great.
Yep. All
Yeah,
the
so
shadow daddies, they're everywhere.
all of them. Oh my gosh. The characters in this book, whoa. Okay, let's get into it. So this book takes place in I would say like modern time to start
Yeah,
off.
they have,
I
Faybook and
phones, I guess. Facebook. Oh my god. I was like Facebook. This is hilarious. They have iPads. So modern time, modern magic, very like Crescent City
mhm.
world esque. And we follow Tori and Darcy Vega. They are twins, are have so far led a human life, and it's been not so fun in and out of foster care and with a shitty uncle, I believe, and
Dealing with
then
shitty people so that they can have money
dealing
and
with
do
shitty
risky
people.
things and
Yep, Miss Tori is Grand Theft Auto extraordinaire to get some cash, and Darcy, what does she do? She
she's the
steals
one who
shit?
stole the cash.
She stole the cash and, like, gets
Tori is the bike stealer.
right, that's right. They're thieves, and we love them for that. Listen, scrappy, they gotta get through it. Darcy is, known for her blue hair, right? And,
Mhm.
Tori is kind of like the red color, it's like blue and red. There's lots of, like, twin Gemini moments. They are identical twins, so far have lived just a crappy life and didn't know anything else about it, and then all of a sudden, this dude
You're gonna
shows
be a
up.
queen.
You're gonna be a queen. And, "Hey, guys, here's the thing. You're royal, and you're supposed to inherit this kingdom and run our realm. Cool? Come back with me." And they
Cool.
were like,
Have fun.
"Excuse me, sir?" And it's Orion who comes and gets them, which is a professor at
Mhm.
the Zodiac Academy, but, like, Tori's like a dick to him. The bar. And he, like,
Tori's
follows
just a
her.
dick to everyone.
She's a dick to everybody. I love her so much. I think she's my favorite. Okay. It are you a Tori or are you a Darcy?
I'm a Darcy.
I'm a Tori. This is why we work. Love it. I immediately was like, when because you're introduced to Darcy first. And I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh my god, she's really cool." And then you're introduced to Tori, and I was like, "My bitch.
You're really
This is"
cool.
Yeah, I was like, "Hell yeah." Like, leather jacket, boots, steals a bike. Ooh. I love her. She's like, yes, super fiery, which is real fun because then they come to the Zodiac Academy, which is in another realm, and they're like, what do you mean we're royal? We don't want it. We don't want it. We just want our inheritance because we're poor. And since they've been gone, Kelly Clarkson, since they've been gone, these men, these boys,
The
4 of them,
heirs.
are called the heirs. And the heirs have they're going to inherit the throne because there's no one in line to do so. So they're going to
Because their
just,
parents have been running the realm, so that means that I'm going to inherit it, and that's my right, and
yep, yes. And they're like, well, you
blah,
guys
blah,
haven't been
blah.
here and you don't know this world and da da da. So immediately, these 4 guys hate Tori and Darcy when they're sitting here being like, listen, we don't want this. We don't know anything about this. We've gone our whole lives not knowing it. We just want some money to pay rent and buy food. Like, that's
I'm like,
it. We
maybe
want to
learn magic.
yeah, they're like, magic seems cool. Like, that seems fun. So we've got the heirs, which are Darius, Seth, Max, and
Caleb.
Caleb. I think he's the one I don't like the most. I can't remember. Maybe it's Max or Seth. Anyways, I like Darius.
They're all shitty.
They're all shitty. Like, I feel like I spent the book being like, okay, some of you have to have a redeeming. Nope. Okay, well, no redeeming
Nope.
quality
Oh,
for you. Oh, nope, you're a dickhead too. Also, I was like, whoa, can't trust anybody. That's the theme of this book. Don't trust men. So these guys hate them right off the bat, and there are vampires. There are dragons. There are all these different
magical creatures.
magical creatures, and it's called, I'm blanking on, what do they call it? Like because you have your house, and so the houses are air, earth,
Oh.
like Trassen house and stuff, and so it's broken down into houses, and then it's broken down
Mm-hmm.
into elemental power. And so the first thing they do is, what elements do you have in your power? And they like test you, and usually
Mm-hmm.
people have 1 to 2. Of course, these bitches have all 4 because they're the most
Have you
powerful.
seen, there's a TikTok that someone created where it's like them getting tested for the elements, and instead of it being like the fun little swirls of magic, it's just like water, torrential downpour, earth just like slapped with trees.
Is it like the Avatar sound? Is it like it's like the Avatar Last Airbender, like the elements, earth, water. Oh my god, I have to find that. I will link it. That's what I pictured. I did not picture like
Mm-hmm.
this swirly pretty thing. I was like, wow, this would suck and be really embarrassing in front of a bunch of people. Like, hey guys, we're not from this realm, and apparently we're supposed to rule all you guys. And then they're just getting like lambasted with like the elements. And you're like, oh my god. I thought that part was really funny. And then of course then they're like, you have to choose your house. Like,
Mm-hmm.
usually you get to pick between 2, but now you get to pick whatever. And these girls are sitting here being like, who's going to not kill
Murder
me
me.
if yeah, because of course, guess who runs each one of these houses? The heirs, the boys. There's 4 elements, there's 4 houses. It all makes sense. I actually really enjoyed it. I think it's so smart.
They all have the
And
best rooms, and
they all have the best rooms. Yeah, they're just like living royal. I will never understand in books how these students are treated this way of like royalty, and like the professors even are like, oh, fall at your feet. And you're like, I don't get it. And they're like, well, they rule the realm. And it's like, well, why the fuck are they in school?
well,
Like,
because it's
feels like
also, it's not even the like realm ruling. It's just they have more power. Their power
yeah,
is stronger than
they're
everybody at that school, but they still have
they're
to
professors.
learn.
Yeah, they're all stronger than the professors. Like, and it's like, I feel like maybe we should like have taught them before we told them they were royal. I don't know. Like, maybe. I'm not sure.
Maybe
feels like
these
we did this
parents
wrong.
were a little controlling. Let's just say
Little
that.
controlling. They were like, you are elite. Be better than
Mm-hmm.
everyone. And they're like, okay, sick. Awesome. All those boys need to go to therapy if they make it there. Um I know some of them are gonna die. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it. I just know in my heart because that's how books go, and something's going to hurt my feelings, and I don't like it. Okay, so then they pick their houses. Tori picks the firehouse, and Darcy picks air, and
Mhm.
they have to, even to get into the fucking housing quarters, they have to like pass a test.
Set up by the heirs.
Set up by the heirs. Like, did everybody else have to go through this, or is this bullshit? Like,
Nope.
this is
It was
insane.
absolute bullshit.
It was
It was just
absolute
them. It was all a
bullshit.
trick.
Yeah, and they are all just trying to destroy them right off the bat. These poor girls being like, I don't know why I'm here. I was just brought here and I can't leave. Tori makes it through. One of my favorite scenes in the book, she gets all her clothes burnt off because he makes her walk
And the
through this
money.
thing,
Ugh.
and the money and all her possessions. Like, she can't have any of it. And she walks through and she walks right up to him and she goes, take a good look because you're never going to see it again. And I was like, yeah! Like, flipped tables. Like, it was incredible. I loved it.
Her sass level is so good. It's so
Off the
good.
charts. Off the charts. She is so snappy and amazing. But then you like get those quiet moments with her where she's like, I am literally terrified. I am scared.
But she only gives to Darcy.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Darcy feels like the more vulnerable on the outside, like to prey on, which is
Her
Caleb
emotions
runs.
are.
Yeah. Does Caleb run her house? I forget.
I believe it was Seth.
Seth, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes?
Yes. Seth. Caleb is earth. Max is
Water.
water because he's the
'Cause he's a
siren.
siren.
He's a
Yeah.
siren. And then, yes, Seth is the wolf and he's air. He sees that right away. He's very touchy-feely, like a nuzzling dog, which is so
Literally.
weird. So weird. Like, grabs her hair and is like smelling her and whatever. Caleb claims Tori as his source. He's a vampire, so you can claim a source as like basically your blood bank, and that's fine with everybody. And they're so
Because he's the
powerful that
strongest vampire and no one can challenge him. Yeah.
no one can challenge him, and only the other vampire, which is Orion, then claims Darcy as his source, and they have a weird dick swinging contest in the
Well, because
classroom.
he bit
He bit
Tori
her.
first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and not supposed to. So there's like vampires with all that. Seth then, when Darcy goes through her trials of getting into air, he wants her to cut her hair or jump off a building. And she
jumps.
was like, she jumps. She's like, I'm not going to do that because her blue hair is there's an emotional connection, which we don't know the full story yet. She gives us a glimmer of it. Oh, no, she tells us at the end. She does tell us at the end.
Okay.
Before,
So I was like, I know, but
yeah, she tells us at the end it's about that guy before Seth cuts it. Is it Seth who cuts it? Because he tricks her. Yeah.
He like kisses her and then cuts it. Very Tangled
Yes.
style, but like not good.
Yeah. Lures her in. So she doesn't want to cut her hair because it means something to her. She was like, I would rather jump off this building and die. Like, I'm not going to do this. And she has the power of air and she is able to sail nicely, safely to the ground. Both girls go through the trials, which pisses the heirs off even more. And they keep going through these things. They're trying to find what their order, it's called their order, what their order is. There it is. It's also very similar to, have you been watching Wednesday? Have you watched? Yeah. I watched the second season.
Similar.
It's very similar to Wednesday. Now that I had like read this first book and then watched the beginning of this season, I was like, oh wow, like they have sirens and vampires and like this feels very Zodiac Academy to me, which I liked a lot. Fast forward, they're learning magic, they're doing all the things, they have to do these classes. They meet two friends, Diego, and
Sophia.
there we go. I was like, no, Caroline is the author. Diego and Sophia, Sophia is a unicorn And Diego is interesting.
I think it's sorry.
Is
They're
it
definitely
Diego?
Pegasus.
Oh, they're Pegasus. They're Pegasus. That's
Mhm.
right. Why do I keep saying unicorns? They're
'Cause they have
Pegasus.
a horn, but
Right.
they also have wings.
Right.
'Cause they fly
That's what it
around in the
is.
sun and
And
in the
she's pink.
glittery sunlight.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she's a pink one. And yeah, she's super cute. I like her a lot. She's a very, very fun character. Then we have Geraldine, who we aren't fan casting this time. But she runs ASS, um, which is the alliance of something and something. There you go. It's
Yeah.
ASS anyways. And she's like
The
trying to be
Sovereign Society or something like that.
yes, she's like the true heirs of Tori and Darcy. She's like their biggest fan and runs this fan club and is like, we have a bunch of people backing you. And they're like, please don't do that. You're making our lives
Please
worse. Please
stop.
stop it. Like, please stop doing that. But I also love her. I think she's very annoying and charming, and
It's
I like
so
her a lot.
interesting, like, the relationship between Tori Darcy and Geraldine and just, like, how they kind of hate her at first. Like,
Yeah.
they're very much just, like, very, like, annoyed with
Like,
her, and they say mean things about her sometimes,
yeah.
and I think it was Darcy that was just like, "Let's just give her a chance. We don't have friends here. This person
Yeah.
wants to fawn on her knees for us. Let's just
Yes.
let it happen
Why
and
can't
see what
why can't we
happens."
just be her friend? Yeah, let's just be her friend. Like, what is the worst that's gonna happen? I think if like a lot of the tricks had been revealed, they would be a little bit more weary of it, and that would maybe make sense. Like, it'd be like, oh, they're like worried about it. But I was like, you have no reason to worry about this girl. She's like obsessed with you. She just wants to be your buddy.
Mhm.
Now there's a bad thing happening. There's a wraith. Is it a wraith? Is that what they
I
call
think
it?
that's what they call it, yeah, because they don't know exactly what it is.
What it is, and it's this creature that
It's like a
is
shadow.
shadow that has got a big stabby, and it'll stab you and take all your powers and drain you. And there's lots of this is happening to students. Students are dying, and Geraldine is almost one of them. And Orion saves her, and we're trying to discover who this person is. They think it might be a student. They think it might be a parent of one of the heirs, and we. And by we, I mean I don't know who it is yet. I have an idea.
What's your idea? I just wanna hear. I just wanna know.
I don't trust Diego as far as I can throw him because I don't know
Okay.
anything. I don't know anything about him. What is his powers? Why don't we know about them?
Just
What
his
is
little
with him?
beanie.
I was just about to say, what is with him and his stupid fucking beanie that his grandma made him? And then all of a sudden he will like Spanglish the situation and like he's just talking and then he'll just like throw in like the most Americanized like Spanish words. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why is this character
I
written so
was
weird?
so taken aback by that, and just, like, the
Same.
very first interaction, and he was just like, "Hola, amigos," and to Tori and Darcy, because he just thinks that they're, like, Spanish speaking, but
Hispanic.
it's just very much like
Yeah, because they're Hispanic or Latina, like it's they he immediately assumes, and then all of a sudden, then
mhm.
it's weird. He like sits next to them in class and like says something, and I remember reading that sentence, and I also was like, ew, I don't like him. Like he gives me ick. I don't like why that's happening. So I don't know. I don't know if he is the thing or if he is the student that's giving the thing access. Like
Mm,
I just don't trust
yeah.
him. I don't
Because
trust him. I think
in this first book, Tori and Darcy, they think it's Orion and Darius. They think there's something
correct.
up happening with them. They think that they're the
Right.
ones staging it, or they're trying to get to them, and
Yes.
Geraldine just got caught in the, like, the middle
Yes.
or something. So
Yep. And
they're
there's
on the hunt.
right. Right. And they really think that they're going to catch him at the night of the dance because the tarot professor is like secretly leading her, and then unfortunately we lose the tarot professor to whatever creature this is and whomever this
R.I.P.
is, RIP. And so they're really thinking that it's one of them, and it doesn't help the case that all of these boys completely set these girls up to torture and break them. And that night, Seth pretends that he likes Darcy and asks her to the
Mhm.
dance and gets her
That's when
alone.
the hair gets cut off,
And he
right?
cuts her hair. I think he
Yeah.
kisses her and something, or like he gets
Yeah.
close to her, and she kind of is like, okay, maybe I misjudged him. And he cuts off her hair, and she's devastated and like mentally all broken down. And then she hears a scream, and it is Tori's scream. And
Mhm.
also, I'm like literally memorizing this like from right now, and so are you. And like, I think we should be really proud of ourselves. Like,
Absolutely.
obviously, we really like this book because we have details in our brains, like very, very, very detailed.
Because the next part is Tori getting drowned in the pool
She's getting drowned. Yes,
because
and she's.
Max
Mhm.
was able to siren out her worst fear, which is like drowning. She has a fear of it because of the car crash that she was in with a past boyfriend who was shit,
Yeah.
and she almost drowned and almost died.
Yes. Yep. And we
And they're
realize that
using that.
there's a water fear when her water powers first start. She's like, "Oh, I don't like it." And you're like, "Oh, what's going on with
Mhm.
her being afraid of water?" Then they have the class with the creepy water professor too, who's just a fucking
Professor Washer, yeah.
oh my god, he's so icky. Like, we have not fan cast him, but like if I were to just off the bat, I would pick. I don't know why Willem Dafoe came into my head.
Oh
That's not.
no.
And then my second was James Corden. No, no, not them. Not them.
I feel like I always picture like Mamma Mia, one of the dads.
Oh,
What's his name? Bill?
Bill. Bill is the older white-haired one, right?
Yeah. He's also
Who
in
like
a lot of things.
he's
He
like the
was
rock
in
star.
Andor and
Yeah, that's a good one.
Stellan Skarsgård. Yeah.
Oh, yes, a Skarsgård. We would get a Skarsgård to play that professor. Yuck. Ew. So, yeah, so they're a siren. So sirens feed off of your emotions. Typically, like, they're like, oh, they can control you, they can lure you, whatever. These ones feed off of your emotions. It, like, gives them, like, they were like, oh, fear is the most powerful, and sadness is the most powerful. So she doesn't like water in this class. They want to know why. So Max gets close and puts his arm around her and is like, oh my gosh, and confides in them. They're like, wow, that was really nice of him. He gets both of their fears out of there. Obviously, Seth knows what Darcy's is when she's like, I will not cut my hair. Absolutely not. And he knows that
Mhm.
that will break her. Um, and they bring Tori to the gym and make her go up this diving board. They have like coercion and they can't block it yet. Everybody else can like it's like basic magic 101 is like to be able to block people from
And because they're
telling you
only
what.
2 months into this magic school, of course, they haven't properly learned it yet. They're trying
No.
with
Yep,
their
they have no
classes that
idea.
they have, but
They're the most powerful and they like can't do this basic thing because they have no idea and nobody will really help them like develop it. And
yeah.
so they can't say no. So they're telling her to go up there and they tell her to jump. And she screams and Darcy hears it and runs in and they're trying to drown her in this whirlpool. Then is it Orion that puts a stop to it? That is like, what the
Mhm.
hell is going on? Like, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
and it stops it.
He stops it and he's like really pissed at Darius. And he's like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, this was not part of the plan and like
Mhm,
whatever
this went
that
too
is.
far. Yeah.
Yes. And so I believe it ends there that they're going, this happens and they're going to come back to school.
Well, because that the next day, I think can't remember honestly, I can't remember when it actually ends and where the book 2 starts because it just
Yeah,
flows
no idea.
automatically through.
hmm
So I can't remember if we get their next day of school yet.
I think well, I opened to the last page and the first thing I read was, I miss the tits, Seth said
Oh,
sadly, gazing down at his flat chest. Okay. Um, sick. Is this the beginning of like This is Orion's bonus chapter. So,
Oh my god.
okay. Yeah, all right.
I read these all on my Kindle, so I don't have any of the physical books, which I
Ah,
I wanna get. I wanna get the physical books
trophies. Yeah,
eventually.
you gotta get
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
You should get like the now that you've read the whole thing, you can get like the whole box set for probably cheaper.
Yeah. Well, what's I've been seeing is I don't think they're all released yet because it was an indie publisher, and recently they signed with somebody and now they're re-releasing. So the
Oh.
book that you have is a part of this re-release system that's happening, and I think only, like,
Oh.
books 1 through 5 are on shelf. I've only seen up to, like, the 5th, maybe 6th book whenever
I
I go to a
don't have the
bookstore.
I can't find the second book in a bookstore. I can find it
Mm,
online, but I'm really trying not to buy books from Amazon unless it's an indie author. But
try
I
bookshop.org.
okay, because I can't find it, and I've
Mhm.
been to a couple bookshop, and they'll have um 1, 4, 5, and 6, or 1, 4, 1,
Hmm,
1, 3, 4, and 6, and I can't find 2 and 5.
got
Um,
it.
yeah, and so I have 3, but I'm not gonna. Like obviously want to read 2, but I didn't want to just get it on my Kindle. I want to have like the physical book.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it actually ends. It ends with I don't think I read Orion's bonus chapter, so I think that's something I'm gonna have to do right before I read the second one. It's Tori and Darcy. They're in the pool still. Um, Orion tells everybody in 5 seconds, I'm dousing anyone still here with enough water to wash you right out of the grounds. He tells them to get out. Darcy gasps as her eyes fell on the picture of a cloaked skeleton riding a horse. Its empty eyes were staring up at us in warning. At the bottom of the card was a single word, death. So the tarot professor
Oh, a
has
tarot card.
gave them a tarot card and like
So we
a letter.
know that he's still giving them tarot cards. He's still
Yes.
providing them with help even after
Yes.
death.
Even after death. And she takes it. Her fingers brush the card. The warmth emanating from it flared to a burn. I almost dropped it in surprise, but a set of pale eyes seemed to blink at me on the edges of my consciousness. For a second, I thought it was Professor Astrom was standing before us. So he's letting her know, like, I'm going to still be with you. And she has to develop whatever it is to still communicate with him, and so he can help them, and
Mhm.
he leaves them a note that says, I made a mistake and now my time's up. The shadow has discovered me and there is no hope for me to escape their wrath. The answers you seek are hidden between Leo and Libra. Don't trust the flames. Claim your throne. Falling star. And then they decide to stay, and they're like, this is it, and that's where it ends. So it picks up right after that, I assume, and just
Mhm.
keeps going. I love that the clues are like between the zodiac. So it's like, okay, what is everybody's zodiac sign? Who's a Leo and who's a Libra and who's gonna know? And I think that's Orion and Darius, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
I think so. I think so,
Those are
right? Like I
the zodiacs, yeah.
that's their zodiacs because
'Cause they
l-
mention it because of the tattoos that they have on their arm.
yes. Yeah.
'Cause
And
I think Orion has the Leo and then Darius has the Libra, so one of each.
yes. Yeah. And so you that's the clue that you get at the end is like, oh, they have the answers. They're working together. There's something. They have the answers that you they're good, they're bad. Um so and that's Zodiac Academy book 1.
The
Uh
Awakening.
The Awakening. Any like big icks in the book besides just Diego and his demeanor of chosen speak,
Oh
I guess.
gosh,
Like
I mean, Caleb's whole obsession with Tori is kind of an ick. I
yeah.
I understand Tori, though, in regards to just, like, letting it happen because she loves
Mhm.
sex and she just loves that part of herself
Yes.
and lets it happen, and she has
Yes.
fun with it, which is
Yeah.
cool of her, but
Yes.
also the way he goes about it is just, like, ick.
It's icky, and it's like, "Wait, why are you guys doing this?" And then she's like, "It's fine now. Now you can drink from me and there's no problem." And like it's like sexual.
Mhm.
So it's very strange. Is there's anything that you feel like you love so much about this book that you haven't been able to find in another book, or
Mm.
it's like very different than other things that you read?
I don't know. Books that I've read recently, at least, I like that it's school. I like that it is does have this like atmosphere of university because I feel like just with all of the ick of Harry Potter right now and forever, it's just nice to feel like we can experience that type of world again without
Yeah.
feeling bad.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think that's a very, very good reason. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, school books with school settings are so much easier to get into because we've been
Mm,
to school.
we can
Like
relate to
everybody
it.
knows, you can relate to it. You know the structure of school, you know the hierarchy, you know what the bullying is like. You like, just know what it's like. And not that bullying
Absolutely.
should be a part of school, unfortunately, it just is. It's easier to understand than some of
Mhm.
the books where we read where it's like, and it's in
Easier
a
to
castle, and you're like,
easier to
I don't
understand, but
know.
also, like, I feel like to reminisce, like, those past years, like, we're in our you're in your like, basically our 30s, so
Yes.
it's very much it's been 10 years since we've been in school.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, absolutely. Girl, I'm 34.
So it's
Like, I'm like, this
like
is yeah. It's nice to look back. The scene where they're before the attack happens on Geraldine, and they go out and they're like getting
mm,
shots and like whatever, like
party.
that's yeah, that scene made me be like, oh, like there was a really cute place in Duluth where I went to college, St. Benedict's, I think it's called, or Sir Benedict's, and it's like very close to the water, and it's like this old like Irish European style pub, and they had like mushy
Mm,
peas, and they have like sandwiches and beer and whatever. And you would go there, and across you would go eat dinner there, and then you would cross the street to Ficker's and the Red Star Club, where they would have $1 mystery shots, and you would just do that. And it just, that setting reminded me of that so much, and I was like, oh,
that,
like
like, local town college bar life. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and
absolutely.
it gave like that, it filled the place of, to your point, Harry Potter, of like Hogsmeade and like
Mm, mhm.
the funness of that, where we can't really enjoy that world anymore. We can
Yeah.
enjoy the world, but who created it, it's hard to enjoy it. Fuck you, J.K. Rowling. Okay, anything else that we feel like we need to mention about the book before we
Hmm.
fan cast? The whole purpose of this
I
podcast?
I think I'm ready to dive in.
I think let's just fucking do it. Okay, are you ready?
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Oh my god, here we go. Okay. So, listeners, watchers, anyone seeing this on YouTube, this looks totally different than anything last season. I have worked very hard to incorporate character art. All of the artists will be credited in the show notes, of course, so check out their work. We have character art. We have zodiac signs included. We have personality traits. We have physical traits. We have all of this information to make sure that we are fan casting the best person for the job of something that doesn't really exist. Now, from what I know, there's no adaptation of this. There hasn't been, but it's very similarly like The Magicians, the show, and I wonder if that's why it was never made, or I'm I don't know. I don't know why there's nothing in the works for this. Previously, it sounds like there never was. No one has made a bid to make
Mm.
this into anything.
Yeah, I wonder if what I mentioned earlier with, like, the books being re-released, maybe something's
Could
coming up. Maybe
could
the
be like,
authors are planning
yeah.
something.
Yeah, could be like a rights changeover too, that they're
Mhm.
like getting everything in a row so that they can sell it as a series. I would love
Mhm.
to see this adapted. I think it would need to be a little bit shorter because you can't guarantee that a show is going to get a 9-season order. So
Yeah.
maybe they might need to break it up
Books
by
1
school
through
year.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think, like,
yeah,
books
try.
1 through 3 or something like that, and then they can
Yeah,
expand.
absolutely. I fully agree. I would love to see it made though. If anyone picked it up, I feel like Netflix could do it justice. I think Amazon could do it justice. I don't see it being on Apple. Apple's kind of going in a different direction. I don't want to see it on Hulu and Disney. I don't want to see any of our books that we like anywhere near Hulu and Disney. Don't touch it. Leave it alone.
Don't
You
put this on
already
any family sites. Honestly,
they
Stars.
Stars. Oh, yes, Stars. Stars and Showtime. Where Outlander
Mhm.
lives, that's where the books
Mhm.
should go. Or HBO. HBO is okay too. They at least have, they had Game of Thrones. They're also fumbling everything. They don't even know who they belong to. But Disney fumbled ACOTAR. How do you do that? Hulu had the rights to Sarah J. Maas's entire series
Yeah.
for the second time, a second series. They had the rights to Throne of Glass,
I
and they also fumbled that.
yeah.
How?
I don't know what
How?
they did. I think they just went a different direction, or maybe it had to do with the, like, discussions with Sarah and, like, how they wanted to manage the story
Adapt it.
and just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not aligning, or who knows, maybe thought she was gonna get a better deal somewhere else. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
I think it's a blessing that it's not with Hulu anymore, but I'm really hoping that it still does get made. I think it would
Something.
be great.
Yeah.
Something, give us something. But Zodiac, I think, would be a great one. And first up to cast, we've got one of our main squirrel friends, my fave, Tori. Um, Roxiana Tori Vega is the daughter of Hale and Marissa Vega, the king and queen of Solaria. She is the twin sister of Darcy Vega. As an infant, Tori and her sister were placed in a mortal family as changelings. They lived in the mortal realm until they were taken to the Zodiac Academy. Personality. Tori is very sarcastic and can come across bitchy. I love her. But she has a soft spot towards her friends and her sister. She likes to joke with her friends. While she prefers not to be the center of attention, she's not afraid of it. Like, you burn her clothes off, she's going to stand up to you.
Mm.
She's not going to take that shit. For anyone listening and not watching, go check out the YouTube so that you can see all of the character art, all of the traits and things that kind of described Tori to me in this scrapbook style slide, and some quotes. She is a Gemini, obviously one of two twins. And so, are you ready, Gina, to see who we have cast? Who is going
I'm
head to
so
head
excited.
for
Wait,
Tori
actually,
Vega?
before we move forward,
Yes.
did you do casting where it's the same person playing Tori and Darcy, or do you have two separate people playing them?
Okay. You know what? I was going to text you about this because I didn't know. I was like, should we decide on this? Let's discuss this quick. Okay. They're twins. They're told to be identical twins. My first thought was to cast the same person and Parent Trap
Mhm.
this shit, right? Lindsay Lohan it. But then I decided I know two identical twins that I went to high school with that are technically identical in gender, but are
Mm.
fraternal in
Mm.
genetics. I wanted to go that route because of who I saw as Tori. Well, I chose two different people.
Okay, that's exciting.
But if you chose the same person, I totally get it, because I did have that same thought of like, well, they're identical
Yeah.
twins. So movie magic it. You pick one person, they do two, and you really see their acting chops. Who I picked for Tori and who I was like so married to on the vibes. I feel like I couldn't separate. So I found someone else for Darcy that I feel they look like they could be sisters, and I think they could pass as twins.
Okay, I'm
So
excited.
we'll
I
see.
did end
We
up
will
choosing the
see.
same person.
You did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm glad that we discussed this. So we're going into it knowing. Okay, great. So who did we pick? Let's see. Ready? Okay.
Oh!
I don't know who Asha Banks is. Who
Okay.
is that? Gina, go.
Asha
Okay, you have
Banks
Asha
is
Banks, and I have, just for those listening and not watching, you have Asha Banks as Tori, and I have Sophia Carson. Please,
who
please
I
go.
also love.
Yes.
Asha Banks was in My Fault London, which was on Prime, and
Okay.
I'm just obsessed with that show or movie. I think it was a
Who?
movie, actually.
Oh my God,
But
I've never heard of either of these. I'm going to add it to my list because I need something to
she's
watch tonight.
she is an actress and a singer.
Hmm.
recently she's been going more the music route, I think, but she's been kind of going back and forth. But her performance in My Fault London was just so Tori.
Mm.
She like races cars and she's a badass and she's got that like sexy demure type of style, but
She's so
I
pretty.
she's so pretty and has that balance of also going cutesy. So that's where I was like, I feel like she could play both roles and pull it off.
I'm like looking at pictures of her, and there's like a picture of her in like a pink, cute, like girly, and then she's got like a t-shirt on with like a
Mhm.
beanie, and like can kind
Yep.
of do. She can do
And I
both.
love like for Tori's like style in general, like it is very just like casual. Like
Yeah,
she'll just walk around in a big t-shirt and just be sloppy and fun,
yeah,
but still look sexy as hell.
yeah, yeah. Who is it that who's wearing the jammies when is it Darcy who's wearing the PJs when when Orion
Yeah.
shows up?
The like
It was
patterned
so
footsie pajamas.
laughed so hard. That girl could not get over it. She was like so upset. I can see that. I can see her. I've never heard of her. I've never even heard of that show, and now feel like I have to watch it. If
You'll
you
have
said
to
the
watch it.
performance is very good.
Once you get over the fact that they're step siblings and that's like the main romance, it's fine.
Okay, this is Cruel Intentions. Ew, gross. We could.
But it's
It's
Matthew
fake.
Broome
We
that
can watch it.
is her romantic partner, who I also love from Buccaneers.
Okay, okay.
So
Oh,
I feel
from
like you'd
Buccaneers,
have a
you
good
say,
time.
huh?
Mhm,
Okay. I
mhm.
love that show. There might be somebody from here in this coming up.
Ooh.
Okay. I love your choice. I have Sophia Carson, who everyone is really focused on now. She did Pretty Little Liars, but she is big in the news for doing My Oxford Year, which I just watched and didn't like at
Cried.
all.
I sobbed.
I did you really?
I sobbed.
Gina,
I was
we're
upset.
different.
I was upset. And I'm just so tired of all of this spoiler alert, all of these cancer people dying. Like, no, stop. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this
Stop.
again?
Okay.
Is it 2014? What's happening?
Exactly. Apparently there's another movie called Map That Leads to You that I need to
I
watch.
just watched that last night.
Is it good?
It's very
Okay,
good. I
somebody
liked it better than my Oxford year.
detour. My Oxford Year, I loved his performance. I liked her performance. I thought it was
Mhm.
really cheesy, but she did her job. It's
Yeah.
not how she normally acts. She really did do her job, and it was very good, and I couldn't help but think I first saw her as Tori because of Pretty Little Liars.
Mm.
And then saw her in this and I was like, is she Tori or is she Darcy? I can't decide. And so I was like, she could do both back and
She
forth.
could
So
do it.
if we wanted to stay with the notion of the same person, she could probably do both too, just like Asha Banks could. I saw her as like, yeah, she could be Tori. She's sassy. Tori's the one that's like wants to get all this clothes, right? She gets like all these clothing because
Mhm.
everything is burnt, and she's like, give me my credit card so I can shop. I want to go shopping. Like, give me
Give
clothes.
me the
But she's not
gowns, give
like
me the heels.
yeah, and she's actually like not girly girl though, like you said. Like she throws a tank top on or a t-shirt and some black skinny jeans, and she's like good to go. I'm like, ooh, that's badass, sexy of her. Throw on your leather jacket. And yes, I saw Sophia Carson when I was watching my Oxford Year and being like, what is going on? What got me about that movie that lost it for me was she didn't know what a hero was from like a lamb,
And
and
she
she goes,
grew
"Is
up
that?"
in New York.
I was like, "This bitch, you tell me you are from Queens." As someone who lived in Queens for years, you tell me that you are a native to Queens and you don't know what chicken over rice is or lamb gyro is. You're gonna walk up to there and say, "What is that? An elephant leg? Get out of here!" I was like, "Get
Get
out!"
me out.
I was so mad. Then I was like, It's a
Inconsistency.
movie. It's a movie. It's a movie. It's a movie. I was like, breathe, girl. Like, this was a low budget film, probably. Like, for what I enjoyed it. I was entertained. I
Yeah.
watched the whole thing. I was very sad for the ending. And yeah, I don't know. I see her as Tori. I think we can't discuss further until we see who our Darcys are.
I think we need to see Darcy.
Okay. So we have Darcy next, twin sister. Darcy, full name is Gwendolina Darcy Vega, is the daughter of Hale and Marissa Vega as well. She's also the twin of Tori as an infant. Okay, they were also given as changelings. Amazing. They lived in the mortal realm until now they're at the Zodiac Academy. Imagine that they have the same past. Crazy. Darcy is fiercely loyal to her sister and those she loves. She is very determined and does not back down from a challenge. Despite her kind soul, she is more than capable of defending herself. When pushed too far, she will let her rage rise up and destroy her enemies. True that. This bitch will jump off of a building before she cuts her hair. While she is not as vicious as Tori, she will bite back when provoked and will not tolerate insults towards herself or people she cares about. That is something I really do love about Darcy's character. Like, somebody says something, she's like, the fuck do you say? Huh? Like, she
She's got
will,
that sass from her
yes.
sister.
And
Like she still has the boundaries.
100%.
She knows what to say. Yeah.
She knows exactly what to say. Now we know that you have cast Asha Banks as well. Do we get a new photo? Is it
We
a new
do.
photo? Let's see. And I have cast Aubrey Bragg from Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah. I was like, wait, who is that? And then I was like, yeah, she was on my list. I'll have to share you my Pinterest board of all of my other options that I selected, but she was one of my list.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, we have a
But
common
I
ground.
could see her more as Tori.
Let me explain. Okay. So, before, when I was saying the person I have seen since I started reading the book was Aubrey Bragg as Tori.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, I see her as Tori, but I also see her as Darcy based on this last season of or based on the first season of Buccaneers. I think this last season of Buccaneers, she's a little bit more Tori. And on the first season, she's very like on top of it. Get out of my way. These are my best friends. And so I can also see her doing both. I feel like they're interchangeable, both of them, in like which roles, like Sophia Carson and Aubrey Bragg. Like, one could play Tori, one could play Darcy. And I think that is basically my argument
Honestly,
for like why they could be them.
looking at these two ladies next to each other right now,
Mm-hmm.
they look kind of similar.
Right. Like,
the eyes are a little different, but
right. So I feel like it depends which route we want to go down. Like, do we want to give two actresses roles, or do we want to just give it to one person and say, okay, do both? Now,
dang.
I don't know. So this is hard.
It's so hard because I feel like all of these ladies were also like prospects on my list. It was so hard. It's so hard.
If there's anyone I'm more married to, it's Aubrey over Sophia Carson. I like Sophia Carson a lot, but this is who I saw immediately in my brain and went back and forth of like where she should be. Immediately saw her reading the book. That's who I saw. Reading the scene where she walks through the fire and her clothes burns off and she turns over her shoulder. It's that look of Lizzie from Buccaneers, who, fuck that bitch, I'm so mad at her this season. She did her job though. Like, she did her
job. She killed it this season. She made everybody hate her this season.
Everyone hates her. I hate her. And she used to be my favorite character. And I hate her guts. And I was like, oh, she did so good. So mad props to her. Now, what if we split the difference? What if, I don't know. I don't know if I could see Asha and Aubrey be twin. I could. Actually,
that's what I was saying. I feel like they do look kind of similar. If the eyebrows are trimmed a little similar.
I feel like I could see
the only
Asha
issue is think their heights are different. I think their heights are pretty
That's
drastically different.
let's see. Let's check.
Because I feel like Aubrey's pretty tall, in
I
my
think
head
so
at
too.
least, which again, movie
Yeah,
magic, whatever.
she's 5'8".
Yeah.
She's 5'8", so it's not that different, but and we could pop Asha into some heels
Mhm.
um as as Darcy, but I'm just pulling up another picture of Asha really quick to see. Aubrey could be Tori and
Yeah.
Asha could be Darcy.
Because Asha has
Yeah.
this, like, beautiful natural curly hair too, and then
Yeah.
imagine the tips being, like, fun and blue.
I
I also
absolutely see that.
picture Darcy with bangs for some reason just because
I
of
did
the,
too.
like,
I did
very
too.
studious
Mhm.
type of vibe that she pulls off.
Yes, I also did, and I picture Aubrey with no bangs, center part.
Mm,
Or
mm,
Aubrey, Tori, no bangs, center part.
mhm.
See, I'm already calling her that. Okay, let's do that. Let's split the
I
difference
like it.
because I can see it happening. And if Aubrey was also on your list for somebody, then we're on the same page. And Asha, I just didn't know existed, and I'm upset I didn't know that because she's very pretty, and now I have to watch everything that she's in
Please watch
because
My
now I
Fault and listen to her album. She's
is
also
it.
in a Good Girl's Guide to Murder that released last year.
Oh my God, was that a Netflix show?
Mhm,
I think I started the first episode and I didn't finish it. Is it got the girl from Wednesday?
mhm.
Yeah, I did. I started it and I never finished it. Literally started the first episode, got distracted, never went back to it. I will do that.
Classic.
um, yeah, good to know. Good to know that she's in that. So our
Oh god.
Tori Vega is going to be Aubrey Brigg and our Darcy Vega is going to be Asha Banks. Next, we have Professor Lance Orion. I'm so excited for this. Mine is slightly a joke, but also kind of not really.
I try to make mine as accurate as possible. So let's see what we got.
Same, same. Okay, so Professor Lance Orion is the son of Azrael. What? Crazy. And Elaine. Just kidding. And Stella Orion. Lance was an aspiring pitball player and a teacher of the cardinal magic at Zodiac Academy. I assume pitball is the sport that we're
Their
going to get, the
sport.
Quidditch. Okay, so it
Mhm.
reminded me of Sunball as well from Crescent City. So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
he's a sporty boy. His personality, Lance is known to be fiercely protective of the people he loves and will do anything to protect them. Lance is very strict in class and does not like to be disrespected in any way by his students. He has no problem with giving out punishments in class in front of everybody, and this can often result in people thinking he is cold. But then he is around the people he cares about, he loves, he shows another side of him that is sarcastic and caring. His appearance. In his Fae form, Lance is tall with dark eyes, brown hair, and carefully styled beard. He has a single dimple on his cheek. He is 6 foot 7 feet.
As being tall.
He real tall. He is tall. Okay. Who do we have? This is again, this is the vibe I got when I was first introduced to his character, and I couldn't shake it. And I said, you know what, girl, just go for it. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go for it.
I'm so scared.
Here we go. Justice for Miley Cyrus. That's all I have to say. I have Liam Hemsworth. And you have,
Stop.
again, who is this? Jonah Howard King? Am I
So
out of touch?
so he was first I think his, like, first big appearance, he was Prince Eric in The Little Mermaid live action.
Holy shit.
But I
Correct.
feel like recently he's becoming more popular. He was just in the I Know What You Did Last Summer remake.
Oh my God.
Um, but
That's
I
that's my
recently
work's
was
fucking
brought
movie. I don't even know him.
but
Oops.
I remember he was because he's a British actor, and I
Yeah.
just see Professor Orion as British. I just see him just tall
100%.
British boy. And I recently came back to him because he showed up in a Doctor Who episode that I watched. And in that episode, he was very much like, "Oh, I'm so sweet, and I'm just like this new little boyfriend that you're meeting." And then all of a sudden, it's like this big switch, and he's like evil and like bad. And I was like, "That's such a good like range for Lance. I feel like he needs to
Oh,
have that, like, sweet and endearing presence, but he needs to be mean. He needs to, like, put you in your
I'm
place, and I feel
looking
like
up
this
pictures
this
of
actor
him.
could do this.
I'm looking up pictures of him with a beard.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Because
I don't know why I didn't choose a photo of him with his beard.
no. This is great. So I have Liam Hemsworth because literally they were like, he has a beard, and I was like, Hemsworth. And he is he is not. I concede. Like Jonah Howard King, I think is perfect. Hemsworth was the attitude and like the first thing that stuck in my brain, and I think he's too old to play Orion, who's
He's supposed
somehow
to be
connected to
older, but he's
he,
still
but not
young.
in a. Yes, he can't
Yeah,
be.
he's,
It
like, in
can't
his
be
late
yucky,
20s. Yeah,
right? It
it
can't
can't
be
be yucky.
gross because there's obviously a thing between him and Darcy brewing.
I don't know what you're talking
I don't know
about.
what's
I don't know
going
what you're
on.
talking
I'm not
about.
sure. What are we talking about? Who knows? No spoilers here. But there's obviously something going on. So once I had him and I was like, I'm just gonna keep him there. Like I was like, I don't know. Like that's just it's in my head. I'm gonna keep him. We're gonna go off of vibes. It'll be fun. Justice for Miley Cyrus. Jonah Howard King is perfect.
I feel like he needs to
The
be
little
beefed up a little bit, but he's pretty tall. I
yeah.
think he's like 6'3", like,
Well,
especially if we're
he
pairing him with Asha, who's like 5'6". Like, there's a good height
yes.
difference there that will
Yeah.
show off well on
And
screen.
and he looks older. I mean, he is older. He's 30. I think Asha's 21. So like that's a good range that will play on screen. He can look
Mhm.
older or younger. It's not creepy. I kind of see him a little bit as how Darius is described too, but I feel like he's a little too
Mm.
old maybe on like the
Mhm.
styling.
I definitely feel like they look like brothers. Like that, I've always pictured them
Yes.
looking like brothers in a way.
And cuz I think maybe it's supposed to like steer us down that path. Like he's somehow
Mhm.
I don't know it, so it's hard for me to like talk on it and I will have to default to you, but if them looking similar and them being closer in age is the correct choice for the series, I think Jonah Howard King is a perfect choice for Professor Orion. I 100%
Yeah.
think that's who we should pick. Good job,
I
Gina.
love it.
We now we're tied. Or now you're 2-1. 2-1. Okay. Amazing. Sorry, Liam. It's not your year. Try again next time. Next, we have Darius. Darius, when he meets the twins, he instantly acts arrogant and mean. Later, he and the other heirs run into Darcy in the woods and use their combined powers to mess with her. He is the assigned tutor to Tori. Oh, that's right. They have to. Professor Orion has lessons with Darcy, and Darius has lessons with Tori, which makes me be like, okay, that's not an
Okay.
accident. All right. His house is House Ignis. His order is a dragon. His zodiac is a Libra. His elements are fire and water. His personality, Darius, is described as being an extreme asshole, bullying the Vega twins from their first moments in Solaria and having an air of superiority when it comes to students with lower power levels and more common orders. However, this seems to just be the mask that he shows the world, and when he's with his friends, we are shown a whole different side of him, and one that cares for people of Solaria and those he loves. He wouldn't be fighting to be an heir if he didn't care, I think. His appearance,
Mhm.
which is why this has me hooked. Sounds like my husband. Darius is described as very tall, over 6'6", with extremely broad shoulders and stacked muscles. His hair is jet black and just long enough so that it shadows his eyes. He has many tattoos across his body. One of his tattoos is a Libra mark. So, dark hair, tattoos. Check, check. Loretta's hooked. Obviously, my favorite character right away. If he was a blonde, get out of here. Who do we got? You ready?
Oh
One,
gosh, I'm so ready.
2, 3. Gina, who are these people? Who? Okay, I have Gavin Leatherwood, who you will know from not Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but Sabrina's
The
Adventures, Spooky
Netflix
Adventures
one,
of Sabrina,
yeah.
the Netflix one. I'm going to be honest, I had a really hard time casting who this would be. I don't
Mhm.
know if Gavin is the right choice,
This was
but
a
it's
hard
like
one.
this one was hard. I just don't feel like, and I think we talked about this, we texted about this and said there's just not enough dark-haired, broody, tattooed boys in Hollywood. What are we gonna
Which is
do?
crazy.
We're running out. We're gonna have to recycle all of them. Like we got to start picking people from like emo bands to put in there because like somebody call up the lead singer of Bad Omens and be like, can you act like please? We need these guys. So my best shot at this was Gavin Leatherwood. He's dark, spooky, Satan dealt with stuff in Sabrina. I feel like it was typecast 100%, but that is who I went with. Who the fuck do you have, Gina? Who is this?
So first, I'm gonna comment on your choice. One, Gavin was on my list for a while for Darius as
Okay.
well.
Okay, I'm
And
really glad
then
that we seem to be like in the same headspace.
the issue is that he's 5'8".
Fuck. He has to be very tall. Okay, he's a short boy.
But I
Movie
did
magic,
cast him
but
as
like
someone. Yeah, I did cast him as someone else, but it's someone else that you have not met yet. So
okay.
we'll come
Okay.
back to
Okay.
Mr. Gavin.
Okay. 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 So, okay, who is this man? Belmont
Belmont
Camelli?
Camelli. I think
Who did?
I feel like he's up and coming. He used to be just a model, but he recently is starting in the acting scene. But he
Okay,
was in the
as
new
models do.
Until Dawn movie.
Oh,
Until Dawn. Did you see that?
yeah, I think it's one of ours at Sony too. The it's after the video game, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So he was in that. He's more of the like jockey boy in that.
Okay.
And I don't know, I just saw his just like dark, moody hair and
Oh yeah,
I was just like, yeah, you could absolutely be Darius. This looks
yeah.
great.
Sold,
Casted.
sold, sold, sold. Belmont Camelli, welcome to being Darius Acrux. 100%. He's very tall and can absolutely do this.
Mhm.
This is what I was looking for, right? That strong jawline, that dimple. Like
Yeah.
it's this is gonna
And
respectfully. It's like
I
Gavin
think he's
Leatherwood on steroids.
Yes.
That's why I'm like, it's like Gavin Leatherwood who like this Belmont kid ate his protein and hit the gym
Yeah.
a few years
And
sooner.
something that I was trying to do when I was casting these characters is trying not to pick somebody who's been popularized by something else.
For sure.
I want
Yeah,
these characters to feel new, to feel fresh, but I feel like with
you're
Darius's
correct.
character, he's gonna be in more stuff. I feel like Belmont is gonna be in stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Um, that he's gonna get popular, so it's one of those where like someone's gotta pick him up fast.
You're so smart. You know what is so fun? I love that my guest I brought onto my very first episode of the second season is kicking my ass.
It's not a
I knew you would.
competition.
No, no, I knew you would though. I knew you would though because you're right. It's a collaboration. Because you do this. You and I both are like, FanCast, who's going to play this person? And then we worked
Mhm.
in Hollywood. You
Mhm.
worked for Lionsgate for many
We see the
years and
themes,
Universal.
yeah.
And you see how Hollywood works and how the machine works. And what they're doing is they're going to pick up these new people to bring in these series because if you attach that big name, the risk factor of that, the money factor of that,
Mhm.
and like you said, yeah, you don't want to repurpose somebody who's already played a similar role. I was
I feel
truly at
like
a loss. I couldn't
too
find the right guy. This is the right guy. Belmont
yeah.
is also what a
I
great
feel like
name,
it's so
Belmont.
hard with Hollywood too because once that one person gets found, then you see them in literally everything. I
Oh,
feel
you mean
like
Jacob Elordi? Poor
yeah,
dude.
like there's always like they get picked up, they're new, and then
Hmm.
everybody loves them and they're obsessed with them. So then studios flock to that actor or
Yes.
actress and they
Yes.
just be in everything. And then you get sick
Yep.
of them and then they
Yep.
drop. And it's just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. You're like, I can't do this. Like, I just saw you. And the roles are so similar. Jacob Elordi is one of them.
Hmm.
All of the actors from The Summer I Turned Pretty are now getting picked up for different things. And it's like, you're going to
Hmm.
see these same characters. It's hard to like divorce the characters that they've played before. Gavin was not it. I was like, we're gonna just go and hope she's got a home run, and you knocked it out of the park. Thank you, dude. Belmont, Camelli, welcome to being Darius. You're it. Let's see who your friends are gonna be, sir. We've got Seth Capella next. Oh, Seth. I'm very excited for this one. His house is air. His order is werewolf. His zodiac is an Aquarius. His elements are air and earth. Seth Capella seems really nice at first, so Darcy picks his house. But then, during the initiation, he reveals his true self when he gives her the choice of jumping from air tower or cutting off her hair as a test. He runs into Darcy in the woods and uses his combined powers with the other heirs to mess with her. What a dickhead. And he keeps touching her. Like, stop doing that. Ugh, ooh, ooh. My ADHD could never. I would rage at anybody, be like, stop touching me. Personality. Seth is very loyal towards his friends and doesn't like to be alone. He hates to see his friends unhappy and often tries to cheer them up by being close to them. He's very touchy-feely. His appearance, Seth has long chestnut hair and brown eyes. He is described in the books to be handsome. His body is well trained and muscular. Something I really appreciated about Caroline and Suzanne's writing for each of these characters is they described them so well that it was very easy to picture what they should look like, which means fan casting was very easy
Mm-hmm.
and came naturally. I've read a couple books recently that there are many characters that don't even have last names, and some characters that
Yeah.
have zero physical description, which is great for an adaptation because then you can, for the sake of diversity, pick whomever. But I love and appreciate how much that they really built what these character looks like. And it was so easy to cast. Therefore, we picked.
Oh God.
Oh my God, I know who this is. I know who this is. I know this. Okay,
Boo Boo Stewart
Gina.
was on my list as well early on, but I just
Yes. Yes. Okay,
I
I have Boo Boo Stewart. You have Felix Mallard. I'm gonna let you go first. Please explain to me why Felix over Boo Boo if Boo Boo was already on your list.
I had too many Seths on my list. That was the issue.
Seth is
I
a character
also
that felt
had
very easy to pick. Yeah.
I also had Jack Innanem from Adults on there. I had
Oh, that's a good
who
one.
else was I had Boo Boo, and then I don't know, I can't remember why I removed Boo Boo. I think I was just like maybe I felt like it was too stereotypical for a werewolf
To be a
to
werewolf.
be native. I don't know. I think that was just
Yeah.
kind of where my brain was going. I
Yeah.
like it, but then
Okay.
my brain was like, "Oh no, that's just like mm, it's
Yeah. No.
too Twilight. Like that's been
Yeah.
done before, you know?"
Yes. I get that. I fully get that. I was nervous putting in choosing Boo Boo for that fact, but then my reason I just think he looks like the character art. It's like the character art came to life, and
Mhm.
not looking back on him being part of Twilight, I more looked at his recent work in Good Trouble of like what that character is like. Like he's
Mhm.
very scrappy and kind of starved for attention in a way. And so I focused more on that and less on a native actor playing a werewolf or the reasonings why, he was cast in Twilight. I tried to divorce that because I just when I saw the character art and every iteration of the character art, I was like, that's Boo Boo Stewart. He just checked all the boxes for me. And I have said previously in this podcast, respectively, I don't think he's the best actor in the whole wide world. I really don't. But I think he could play Seth because Seth
Is an easy character to play.
is
I
an
I
easy
I
character.
agree.
He's pretty one-dimensional and tries to pretend that he's deeper than that, and you find out he's really not. Like he not.
Mhm.
He a puppy. Like he's a dog. He is rude to people. He is manipulative. At the end of the day, he's just a dog. Like, and
Yeah.
I feel like that's why I picked Boo Boo, which is so interesting because you picked Felix, who I had
From Ginny
Felix
and
on my
Georgia.
from Ginny and Georgia, he was on my short list for Darius.
Interesting.
And I was like, ooh, I
Interesting.
don't think he's hard enough to do that. Please explain your
Mhm.
choice. Why Felix from Ginny and Georgia?
Well, one, I was watching the new season of Ginny Georgia while I was casting this list.
Same.
So that was one reason.
Mhm. Mhm.
Two, there's a specific picture I found of him of recent where he has long hair,
Mhm.
and it just felt like a moody Seth. And
Yeah.
knowing I feel like it also has to base on the fact that I know his trajectory and
Mhm.
his character arc does get more than one-dimensional what we see in this first book.
Okay.
We need to have those emotions from that
Mhm.
actor going
Yeah.
forward for the future Seth. And I think
Yeah.
that's another reason why a lot of these characters I'm picking are kind of that, like, unknown. I don't know. It's very much he just looks like Seth, and I just wanted that cute little puppy dog face, and
Definitely see that. Mhm.
his journey in Ginny and Georgia with dealing with his depression and, like, his loneliness, I feel like is gonna be needed for this character.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I'm partial to Boo Boo, but it could be like an age thing too. It kind of depends on how I feel
Mhm.
like maybe Felix looks a little bit too young in
He is
comparison
the
to
youngest of
Belmont.
the other 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think he might look a little bit too young in comparison to the other at least the other people I've cast for sure, and then Darius, who we just locked in. I'm not sure, and I think maybe he's a little too similar to
Mm,
Belmont in style, that
that's a
Boo
great
Boo is
point.
a more contrasting, and while we're not picking Boo Boo because he is native and that's not our reasoning, um,
Mhm.
I do think it does lend to creating diversity and, like, not have, like, let's have just brown-haired white boys, even out this cast because our next character is a blonde, and a black man. So, I would like to keep Boo Boo as Seth if you will let me
Oh,
have
I'm
him.
happy.
Okay.
Happily.
Yes. Okay. 'Cause
I'm glad
I
that
was
you
like,
chose
I'm
him
very
because
excited.
he was on my list, and I was, like, very
Amazing.
attached to it at first, and then I went back to my Seth, and I was like, "Gosh dang it, maybe not,"
I ca
and
I
so
wish you would have
this
kept
was
him in
just
there. We
cherry
could
on
have
top.
had the magic
That would've
moment
been
of
so
like,
funny.
our brains are together. But almost every person besides Liam Hemsworth that I've picked, you've been like, I could see that. That person was on my list. So there is still hope for us. We could have somebody that is exactly the same. I'm
There
really
could.
hoping it happens. Okay, so Boo Boo Stewart, you're going to be our Seth. All right, so we have Boo Boo Stewart then as our Seth. And then we had Belmont Camelli as our Darius, as our boys. Then before we had Jonah Hauer King as Orion. We have Aubrey Ibreg as Tori Vega and Asha Banks as Darcy Vega. That is where we're at so far. Let's keep going. Did I forget anybody? No, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Next air is Caleb Altair. Preppy hedge fund boy is how I pictured this. Oh,
Absolutely.
I'm very excited about this one. I'm very excited about this one. I love this actor who I chose. Okay. We have Caleb Altair. Upon their arrival at Zodiac Academy, the heirs were easily the strongest Fae at the academy and each took over the position of house captain for their respective houses. Caleb became the captain for House Terra on the first day of class, just before Fire Elemental class. Caleb claims Tori as his source. He is of House Terra. His order is a vampire. His zodiac is a Taurus. Elements are earth and fire. Personality is a certified pretty boy. Caleb's easygoing charm and mischievous streak hide a fiercely protective man. As a vampire, he thrives on adventure and indulgence, often using his charisma to get what he wants. Oh, imagine that. Pretty boy uses his looks
Mhm.
and the fact that he can suck your blood. His appearance, Caleb Altair has blonde, short, curly hair, styled to look messy. He has dark blue eyes, a light skin color, and has a chiseled body, and is often described as handsome and hot. I was like, Tori, you're gonna go for a blonde? How dare you? but okay. Sure. Okay, I'm very excited about this. I have already cast this person in something. I have fan cast them in Fourth Wing, but their character died. So I brought him back and I have cast Noah Lalonde from the Walter Boys, which
The
is a
Walter
show that
Boys, yeah.
yes, it's a show that I work on, and I think he's such a good actor. And we cast him as Liam in Fourth Wing, and then he dies. So I wanted to bring him back, which I typically don't do. But he's got the blonde hair and the blue eyes and the chiseled. He looks like the art, and I have nothing more to say. Like that's just he looks like him, and I know he can act, and he is certified pretty boy. That's Noah. Who do you have? This person I've never seen before in my life, once again.
This is Damien Harding. He's a German
Oh,
actor. He was
okay.
in, I think it was Prime, but he was in the Maxton Hall show
Oh, sick. Okay.
that
Damien.
was very, very fun and terrible and perfect, where it's like university and, there's like the poor girl who, you know, doesn't like the one popular
Oh my,
dude, so the popular dude has to fall in love with her and blah, blah, blah.
he
But
gives
it's
me
like that
Joel
classic
Alwyn
storyline,
vibes.
but like not Joe.
Yeah, like maybe like not a dick. I mean, maybe he should be because he's Caleb, but like he kind of looks like him a little bit. He's
He
got some
gives
arms on
dick boy
him.
energy, but also he's like this like preppy blonde dude, and yeah, I feel like we had very similar visions, just
Yes.
different things that we were watching at that time.
Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be a hard one. I see both.
Mm-hmm.
My God, I
Oh,
see both. I
what's hard too is you don't know what happens to these characters.
I don't. I don't. Okay. Does something. Okay. No, we can't answer that. We can't
Mm-mm,
answer that because I
mm-mm,
don't want to ruin it because I really do enjoy the series. Let's break this down. Chisel, they both have really nice bodies. They both have
mm-hmm.
blonde hair. They both have blue eyes. They both. I hate this for us. This one's hard.
We cast the same person.
It's literally the same person in a different font.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you want to like rock, paper, scissors? Like, I'm good with either.
I guess that could work.
Let's
Yeah.
rock, paper, scissors it. I'm over it. Okay, ready? Is there a delay?
God.
Rock,
Rock,
paper,
paper, scissors.
scissors, shoot.
Oh God.
What do you have?
I have a paper.
I have a scissors.
Oh
Okay, but I think I kind of like yours better. I'm not sure.
no. Do
I'm
we
not
come
sure.
back to him?
I think I need to come back to him. I can't decide. Okay,
Okay.
Damien Hardong and Noah Lalonde are we're putting a pin in them for Caleb Altair. I need to see who is next. We need to see who's next. Max is next. Oh, Max, you siren little poop head. This dude sucks. I get so mad at him. He's so creepy. Okay. Max Regal, his house is Aqua, his order is Siren, his zodiac is Pisces, of course. His elements are water and air. Max Regal is one of the celestial heirs. He is a powerful siren. And during siren enhancement lessons, he finds out the girls' worst fears and he plans on using them against them in order to make them quit Zodiac Academy with the other heirs. So he is like, I will get all the information and use it against them. His personality, Max uses his siren powers to exploit the Vegas, uncovering their deepest fears and weaponizing them against the heirs. That's like his whole personality. He doesn't really have one. I don't feel like Max is too present. He's just kind of like around, like, hey, what can I take from you? And like once in a while, he'll kind of like touch one of his friends too. And they're like, dude, can you like not? You're like siphoning off my emotions right now. Please stop. Some of his friends will be like, okay, that's fine. He's so weird. What a weird character. His appearance, he is described as a dark skinned demigod having a mohawk. And I was like, sick, amazing.
Amazing. Do we love the
Uh,
mohawk or hate it?
I like it.
Okay.
I like the mohawk. I think if it's done right, like I don't think it should be like a spiky, punk mohawk, but like if you're gonna give me like a Rufio styled
Or the guy from Glee.
the dude from the Puck, but like the character very much. So that's kind of how I picked. Well, that's how this picture looks. That's kind of what it was. It's like a little
Mhm.
mohawk. I think the mohawk's great. I think ponytail would be cool. Like, give me some
Oh,
dreads with a ponytail or something with like different colors. Like, let's put some blue in her. Let's put some silver. Let's do like the blonde look, something cool that we can um
something to play with, yeah.
yeah, like make him a little bit more like mermaidy or Greek god, demigod like. So who do we have? Here we go. Oh my god. Okay, I almost had Devin Craig. Literally had him replaced the picture. And I chose Christopher Meyer from Sex Lives of College Girls. I
The
was
other one.
watching literally literally I went back and forth because I was watching the show and I was like, "Oh my god, old boyfriend versus new boyfriend." Oh my god.
That's so funny.
That is so
Okay,
funny.
I went new boyfriend because he's very tall
Super tall.
and just
Super
very,
tall.
like, preppy and can play the, like, rich boy, but still nice.
Yes. I went with old boyfriend because I think he's hotter.
Funny.
I think he's like ripped and like they said demigod and I was like, okay, like we need somebody with like big arms and stuff. But
Which is
both
so
are
crazy because
ripped.
I
They're
think
both
he's more athletic.
because he is the basketball player. And like you
Yeah.
see him like more with his shirt off. So like yes, I did go back and forth. Okay, no, I like Devin Craig. But if we pick Devin Craig, then I get Noah. But if we pick Christopher, then you get the other one. Who
I'm done with that. I'm done with Devin and you get Noah. Let's do it.
Okay, great. Solved. Easy. That's so funny. I literally also had him and then I was like, I don't know. I kind of, because I was watching the show and I immediately was like, oh
Mhm.
my God, duh. Like, this is Max. And then I was like, well, maybe he's Max. Like, and Christopher is shorter. So I think if most of the guys that we're picking are very tall, towering over the girls,
Mhm.
granted, Aubrey is
A
five
little taller,
eight,
but
but
still.
you know, we can movie magic still. Somebody can stand on an apple box if
She's
there's
always
a
on
face to
heels
face.
anyways, so
Yeah. Yeah. So people, you just won't see her feet and you just assume she's in heels. This is great. I think that's so funny. We're so like on the same page, but have been different.
different fonts.
Different fonts. Yes. Okay. So Noah Lalonde as Caleb and Devin Craig as Max Regal. Into it. Now we have Sophia, who is
My
a
favorite girl.
Pegasus. A Pegasus, not a unicorn. I did have a Pegasus on here, so thank God I did do that right. Yeah, I just see her as like pinks and purples, and so like she's just such a sweet pea. She is of House Ignis as well. She's a Pegasus. She's a Sagittarius, so she's fun and likes a good time. She's fire. Sagittarius and Geminis are sister signs. So I loved that her and the girls right away, like on Zodiac level, connect.
Like she just walks right up to them and goes, "Hi, we're
Hi.
best friends now."
Immediately. And then Diego's like, la la la, my grandma's enchiladas, and you're like, stop saying this. This sounds offensive, honestly. At this point, like, this is not right. Sophia Cygnus has been a beacon of support and empathy from the moment the Vega twins arrived at Zodiac Academy in the first book. Just like you said, walks up and is like, hi, let's be friends. We're in class together. Though her magic and power are modest compared to others, Sophia more than makes up for it with her intelligence and fierce loyalty. She is super smart. This girl
Mhm.
knows shit. She is book smart. They're in like the tarot class and she's very good at it. She's got a lot of good intuition and follows that, which I really liked. Her personality, she's a Sagittarius, so she likes to study, learn new things. She's very intelligent. She also has a good memory, which helps her ace all the tests and make up for her lack of power. Her appearance in her Fae form, Sophia is short and has a blonde pixie cut and freckles are dotted across her nose. In Pegasus form, Sophia has wings and a golden horn, like all Pegasus, I would guess, as well as she's glittery pink. she's got a glittery pink coat. And I think it's so cute when they're seeing like all the Pegasus in the meadow and the pink one is kind of like
Mhm.
paying attention to them. And then she goes into the woods and comes back and she's like, hi. And they were like, was that you? And she's like, yeah, that was
Yeah.
me. She's
Her
so
and
cute.
then, Tyler. That's right. Yeah,
Tyler.
Tyler and her
Yes.
are the 2 Pegasus.
Yes. And like Tyler's like around, but not a ton. I kind of was like,
Mhm.
they
Not
don't need
enough
to
with the
cast Tyler
first
yet.
book. Yeah.
Yes. I'm hoping that there's more of him. In maybe a good way. I don't know. I'm afraid. This book scares me.
Time will
Okay.
tell.
Oh no, how dare you? I'm brooding. Okay. Who do we have for Sophia? Okay, I also had Ellie. I literally also had her and then changed it. And I was like, I feel like I need somebody more bubblegummy. So I chose
Mm.
Catherine Newton because and this picture of her I think is so funny and cute. And she's just pink and she's sunshine. I recently had watched Lisa Frankenstein.
Seen
So
that. I need to watch it.
it's okay. It was interesting. She's the complete opposite, which was really fun. And that's why I watched it. And when I was watching it, I was thinking to myself, wow, she's like really playing a different role than I've typically seen her play because she's so bubblegum, like best friend and cutesy. And then that's when I went,
Mm.
oh my God, she should be Sophia. So I picked Catherine Newton because I think she's a shoe-in for Sophia. But I have Allie Brammer on my Pinterest board. So you picked Allie Bamber. So please
I
explain your
mean,
choice.
I love the show Willow, and I'm so upset that it got canceled and then removed from Disney. I feel like she just needs another opportunity to really shine, and I feel like it would be perfect for this role. I can see
Yeah,
her with the short hair. She's got that like little pixie Pegasus horse face that just feels
in a good
right.
way. Horse face in a good way.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
have a horse face. I get it.
I want to see her height because she's supposed to be short. So we definitely, but
Mm,
anybody is really shorter. Um,
that's a
she's five
great
six.
point. Okay.
Okay, she's 5'6".
I think
Aaron
that's the same
Newton.
height as Asha.
Okay, Catherine Newton's 5'5".
Okay.
It's an, it's not a huge difference. I'm good. I like again. I'm good
Yeah,
with either. I
the only thing I have against Catherine Newton is that I feel like she's been in a lot recognizable, which could work for a show because I feel like you still need those recognizable characters for people to want to watch it.
it's hard because I don't know her arc. And I don't know how heavily involved she is. So, like, if she is more heavily involved in the storyline, I think then Catherine Newton would still make sense. If she still
Mhm.
stays as kind of like the friend sidekick character, then Ellie
Mhm.
Bamber, I think,
Yeah,
makes the
I
most
will
sense.
say all of these characters that we're currently reviewing will have POV chapters of them, if that
Okay,
helps your, like, thought process.
that does. Then I still like Catherine Newton in that
Let's do it.
case. Okay.
I think you're right in
Yay!
the fact that she's, like, fun and bubbly and, like,
She's
that's totally
bubblegummy.
yeah.
She's like the exact opposite of the Vega twins. And
Yeah.
she loves them right off the bat.
Merges
And
really well with Geraldine's character as well.
Catherine Newton could also play a Geraldine, but I I think I know who I want to play a Geraldine. Okay, let's go with
No, I
her.
love that for Sophia.
Woohoo! Yay! And just the cutest picture of her, like eating chocolate and it's just adorable. Oh God, here we go. This is our last character. Look at this character art. I giggled. I was like,
I love it so much.
he's this I just like what are you? What are you? I don't like you. I don't trust you. Do you see my elements are just a beanie and then I put a voodoo doll? I don't
Which
like
is actually so
him.
funny that you added that.
Wait, really? Does that make sense somewhere?
A little
I'm
bit.
afraid. Oh my God, I'm afraid. Wait, that's so funny. I just like I just am mad at him. I don't know. I don't like his character. Every time he would like be talking, I would like skim. Okay. So Diego Polaris, I was like, okay, Polaris, star. What does this mean? This is a
Oh my god,
secret
the
somehow.
shots
I
of
don't know.
tequila.
The shots of tequila. It was like, it was either that, bitch. I almost put like tacos on here because this guy, and I don't even mean that in an offensive way. It's because he's literally sitting there being like, my grandma's enchiladas, and you're like, sir, you were just talking about like a vanilla flat white 5 minutes ago. Like, what are you? Who are you? You need to pick. You need to pick one, Diego. You're pretty confusing for everybody. Diego Polaris is the worst. During the awakening, Diego receives air magic and thus joins House Air. He meets Darcy, Tori, and Sophia during Cardinal Magic class, where they all quickly become friends. What if what if I'm like completely wrong and he's like a titular character that like saves the day somehow? I'm gonna shit myself. Anyways, I'm seriously like hating this character, and he could
I'm
be like
saying
this.
no words.
He could be the savior and like have the best redemption arc in a series, and I'm sitting being like, he sucks. He's the worst. I love the beginning of a series. You're like, I'm not gonna say anything. Anyone listening to this who has finished the series is probably screaming and yelling right now, and for that, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
I'm I'm sorry about that. I didn't have time to read all 9 books before we did this. I poor planned. Okay, he is House Heir. His order is unknown, which makes me also very timid
But
into
so are
whom
Tori
this
and
boy is.
Darcy's.
Yeah, but they're main characters. I don't know. Oh my god, what if he's their brother? Anyways, I'm just throwing shit out there. Maybe I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall. Aquarius is his zodiac sign. His element is air. His personality, Diego Polaris, began his journey as a mystery, a quiet, thoughtful guy with a sharp mind and an understated presence. Okay. His appearance, Diego has dark curly hair, blue eyes, and deep brown skin. He is almost always wearing a fucking beanie, um, a black beanie with a cross on it that was knitted for him with it by his abuela. Um, why does it have a cross on it too? That's why I'm like, what, are you a demon? Like, is it keeping your powers inside, you psycho? I don't know. My bookish girl spidey senses tingled and not in a good way, not in like a shadow daddy way, in a way of like, oh, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you way. So, are you ready?
I'm so ready. I'm crossing fingers that this is the one.
Okay, mine is a throwback. Here we go. Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, holy fuck. 100%. You go
Okay,
first. You go first because
this
looks,
is
that's
Diego.
100%.
His little beanie and the smirky face. Okay, every time I see this boy on TV, he just looks like a little
Literally,
asshole, and I
okay,
feel like
you
it
have
works so well.
Michael Cimino? Cimino?
Mhm.
Cimino. Go for it. He looks like a little asshole. Amazing. I'm going to put the picture of him with the beanie up. I'm doing it. That's going to be added in post. What are his credits?
He first appeared in Love, Victor,
Yep.
and then he recently was in the show Motorheads.
Yes,
Yeah,
Motorheads.
Motorheads.
He's
And then
also in
also Until Dawn. Like, he's been in a
Until
lot
Dawn.
recently, and every
Yes.
time I see him, he just looks like a little boy, and I can never, like, put him in, like, a romantic lead role for some reason. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is.
No,
But I feel like for Diego, there's a lot of potential there for him to
absolutely.
start off with that, like, kinda cheesy, nerdy-looking, like, boy with the hat, and then
Absolutely.
maybe there's a redemption, maybe there's a storyline, we don't know, but I feel like there is a growth there that he could really pull off.
100%.
JT Austin.
I picked Jake T. Austin.
I haven't thought of that boy for so many years.
So I was like, who's going to be someone weird? Like, I was like, you know what? It's the last one. I don't really like this character. Well, let's pick someone fun. And I dug through the Disney Channel archives and found Jake T. Austin, who is the younger brother of Selena Gomez and the other actor's name, who I can't think of right off the bat, in Wizards of Waverly Place.
Which isn't there like a spin-off show now with
There's
their
a
kids?
spin-off
Yeah.
show coming. There is a spin-off show. I don't know if maybe it's out
It's
already
out. It's
or
out.
it's on its way.
I think I watched the first episode and then I got really cringed and never watched it again.
And I think Jake T. Austin is back at it. He tried to make music for a little bit, didn't work. What's he doing? We don't know. And I was like,
It's
I
Zodiac
don't.
Academy.
It's Zodiac Academy. He needs a renaissance. Let's see if we can
How
pull
old?
him in. He's
How
not
old
the
is
right
he
choice.
now?
I think he's 32.
Oh yeah, then no.
Yeah,
30.
I think he's
Okay.
like, I think is he 30?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. He's definitely significantly older. Here's the thing. I think it would be Jake Austin from like 5 years ago, maybe maybe
Yeah.
10 years ago would be perfect. But Jake Austin now, he's respectfully has a receding hairline. And so I don't think it would work unless he just wore that goddamn beanie all the time. And then you could just hide it and it's fine. Michael Cimino is correct, though. I mean, there is that picture, which I will put up in our final casting graphics. He's got the blue flannel on and a gray beanie and like these little fuck ass chains.
Smirk.
Little
Absolutely.
smirk. That is like the vibe I get from this kid. And I just want to push him off of the desk chair when he like pulls up to me in class and is like, my abuela made me these things and this hat. And hey, girls, what's up, chicas? Like, shut the fuck up, dude. I hate you. He's perfect.
He definitely comes off as just like wanting to be your friend way too fast.
Yes, I've heard of pick me girls. I don't know if I've met many pick me guys, but he is very
Mm,
pick me. Please get out of
mm,
here. Nobody invited you to
mm-hmm.
this tea party. Leave. I don't like you. I don't trust you. But I will cast Michael Cimino as you because I think I think that's perfect. That is so great. Okay, is that it? That's
I
it.
think that's everyone for
That is
this
everyone.
book.
That's everyone for this book. So let's do a little recappy. So we have Tori Vega is Aubrey Bragg, known from Buccaneers, sassy, pretty. Her twin sister, identical, semi-fraternal twin, could pull it off. Let's give two actresses jobs. Is Asha Banks, which I am now going to go watch everything
Watch
on. It's
My
on
Fault London, please.
My Fault
I
London. It's
think
on Amazon.
I believe so. I think
Okay,
that's what I remember.
amazing. I'm gonna watch that and map that leads to you. That's gonna be the rest of my day as I build furniture in my new house. Then we have Professor Orion. Good old Lance Orion is Jonah Hauer King, who is Prince Eric from Little Mermaid. I love him, by the way, too. That song he sings from the
Mm.
movie, so good. I loved her voice from like the musical instead, but I really liked the new song that they had put in. I think I cried in the movie theater. Yeah, feels right. So he is our Professor Orion, who might have a little something something with Asha Banks. Our Darius is Belmont Camelli. Our Seth Capella is Boo Boo Stewart. Our Caleb Altair is Noah Lalonde. Max Regal is Devin Craig from Sex Lives of College Girls. And then we moved into Sophia. Sophia is Catherine Newton. And then we have our final Diego Polaris is Michael Cimino.
What a
And
good
that rounds
group.
out our cast for Zodiac Academy Book 1.
Oh my goodness.
We did it. We've been recording for like 3 hours. It's really long, but it won't be this
We also
long
had an
in
hour of
post.
yapping because we haven't
We
chatted in a
did.
while.
We had to catch up. Yeah, obviously. I haven't talked to you in forever, Miss Minnesota. I will talk to you about our holiday plans offline, but we will be there. So we'll have to spend some time, maybe do a little Duluth weekend or something. It'd be really
Oh, that
fun.
would be so fun.
You guys can come over or something and go snowmobiling, sledding, have hot cocoa, watch
I can't wait for autumn and
stuff.
winter and all of the
Oh,
seasons.
yeah, well, you get to experience them, and all I get is sunshine and more sunshine and wildfire season. So fuck my life. We're actually gonna go to Big Bear for our first wedding anniversary in October. Sean is whisking me away for a fall getaway for our first wedding anniversary since we
I
were
love
wedding
that so
planning
much.
last year, I could not experience any pumpkin patches or anything. And so that's the one thing I really want for anniversary. And so he's in charge of that. And I said, okay, we'll do that. Gina, this is it. Thank you so much for joining me on my season premiere of FanCastic. It's only fitting that you're here since you kicked off my obsession. Thank you very much for that problem. I'm sure
It's a good
Sean thanks
problem to
you for that
have.
too. It's a good problem. It's not hurting anybody. I like books, okay? They're like trophies. I would rather hang out with fictional characters than real people sometimes. And in the world we live in, that's fine. I think that's
Absolutely.
okay. I think that's okay. I think we crushed our cast. It feels very evened out between the both of us. We were on the same page the whole time.
Absolutely.
You, do you have any fun projects coming up? Anything coming up besides your wedding eventually?
Just planning a
Anything to
wedding.
plug? Planning a
Nothing to
wedding.
plug. I don't know. I now that I'm not really in the industry anymore, it's very much like I just have freedom to do whatever I want. Like I'm still kind of freelancing, doing poster art. I have some connections from LA that still reach out to me but I'm just kind of cruising and it's more of a hobby now, which is very fun and
Yeah.
exciting.
Where can people find your art from previous posters with like John Wick? Is that available for anyone to look at?
Yeah, I think it's literally just GinaLock.com.
Okay, so you've got your artist website and go
Yeah,
to
I think
ginalock.com,
it's
check
still
out your
live.
art. It yeah, she is an award winner, guys. Like this is an artiste. Please go check out her work. And I guess you can follow her online on socials if you want to, and she'll say no if you shouldn't be there. So you're like, I don't know you. Well, thank you so much, Gina. I love you so much. And
I love
hopefully we'll have
you.
you back on the pod soon.
Yes, hopefully we can cast that
See?
book too.
Yes, book two. I'm going to start reading it. Thanks, Gina. Thanks for
Thank you
listening.
guys for having me.
Bye. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching another episode of FanCastic and welcoming back season 2 with open arms. I really hope you like the new format. I really hope you're excited about the new episodes. And I really need your help to keep this podcast going. I need you to like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, get in my DMs, email us at thefantasticpodcast@gmail.com. Tell us your thoughts, opinions, interact with me online. Please, please. I'm working so hard on this that I really want to build that community, and I need you listening to help build that community. I'm not asking for your money. I don't need you to subscribe with money at this time. Someday I'll have a Patreon. It does cost money to run this podcast, but right now I'm just looking for that community. So if you liked this episode, please tell your friends. Please let me know in the comments. Please give me a shout out, rate, and like on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. The more ratings and reviews, the more this gets seen. So every interaction helps. And we'll see you next week.